Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Fly High. In this video, we'll be discussing chapter Theory of Demand. In general life, we use the terms desire and demand interchangeably, but in economics, demand has a distinct meaning. For demand, the first thing that you require is desire for a commodity. You want a certain commodity to be with you. The second thing is ability to buy it, means you should have enough money to purchase that commodity. Now, for example, you have desire for a commodity and you have enough money to buy it. But if you are not willing to spend your money over it, it remains a desire and not a demand. So the third thing that you require is willingness to spend your money. Collectively, we can say that demand refers to various quantities of a commodity that a consumer is willing to buy at different possible prices in a given time. Now, moving further, we have demand schedule. Demand schedule is basically a table which shows relation between price and quantity of a commodity. For example, when price of a commodity is rupees 20, a consumer is willing to buy 5 units of a commodity. And when price increases to 40 rupees, the same consumer is willing to buy only 3 units of that commodity. So this is basically a table which shows relation between price and quantity of a commodity. This is known as demand schedule. Now, demand schedule can be categorized into individual demand schedule and market demand schedule. Individual demand schedule will be the table which will be showing this relation of a single consumer, whereas market demand schedule will be showing relation between price and demand of a commodity of all the consumers. Now, when you represent this data, when you represent this relation graphically on a graph, then that is known as demand curve. So demand curve is nothing but just a graphical representation of demand schedule. Similarly, demand curve can also be categorized into individual and market demand curve. Now, for example, when the price of commodity was 20 rupees, the consumer is willing to buy 5 units of a commodity. And when price gets 40 rupees, the consumer is willing to buy only 3 units. So as you can see from the graph, the x-axis is used to represent quantity of the commodity or the units of the commodity, whereas y-axis is used to denote price of the commodity. And when you join these 2 points, this is known as demand curve. So this was about demand schedule and demand. Now, after that we have discussed what demand is. The question comes, what are the factors that affect the demand? Basically, there are 6 factors of demand. First is price of the commodity. When price of a commodity increases, the demand decreases and vice versa. The second factor is price of related goods. Now, what are related goods? Related goods are those goods where demand of a commodity is influenced when there is a change in price of another commodity. Now, related goods can be further categorized into complementary goods and substitute goods. Complementary goods are those goods which satisfy the demand of the consumer jointly. For example, car and petrol. If you have car and not petrol, it means your demand remains unfulfilled. So you will need both of these 2 commodities to fulfill your demand. This is an example of complementary good. Whereas talking about substitute goods, these are the goods which can be replaced by each other. For example, tea and coffee. Now, in case of complementary goods, when price of one commodity will increase, the demand of another commodity tends to decrease. Now, when petrol price will increase, the demand for car will decrease. It is because when you will not be able to afford petrol, what will you do of car? So there is a negative relation between these 2 products. Whereas when talking about substitute goods, when the price of tea will increase, the demand for coffee also increases. It is because when price of tea increases, coffee becomes relatively cheaper for the consumer, and therefore demand of coffee increases. So here there is a positive relation. So this was about related goods. The next factor is income of the consumer. The demand for a commodity directly depends upon the income of the consumer. Now, on the basis of income, goods can be further classified as normal goods and inferior goods. Inferior goods are the low quality goods. Now, when income of consumer will decrease, the demand for inferior goods will increase, whereas demand for normal goods will decrease. It is because when income of consumer decreases, he will not be able to afford normal goods which are at high prices, whereas inferior goods which are of low cost, consumer will be able to purchase them. Similarly, when income of consumer will increase, demand for inferior goods tends to decrease and demand for normal goods will increase. Now that income of consumer has increased, he will prefer to have more normal goods than the low quality goods. So here this is about normal goods and inferior goods. The next factor of demand for a commodity is taste and preferences. What I will buy and purchase from the market, it depends upon my taste and preferences. If I don't like a certain product, I will not purchase it. So, taste and preferences is the fourth factor of demand for a commodity. The next factor is expectations of a commodity. Now, for example, there is a certain commodity and we know in the present time we know that the expectations in future will decrease. Means in the future time the price of a certain commodity tends to decrease. So in the present time the demand for the commodity will also decrease. It is because if you or I know that in the future time the price of the commodity will decrease, of course no one is going to prefer to purchase it in the present time. We will prefer to buy it in future itself. Next is population of the country. When there is increase in population, population is denoted by capital N. When there is increase in population of the country, demand also increases. It is because when population increases, there are more number of buyers in the society and therefore demand of certain commodities also increase. So this was all about demand functions or the demand factors which affect the demand for a commodity.